Junior British Carp Angling Championships in association with Corda Adrenaline.
Right, it's day 2. We're with George Oakey in Peg 17. He's got off to a flying start. George, what method are you using?
I'm on the method feeder today.
Right, what made you go on the method feeder?
Basically because it gets the bait out there with not too much hassle, and it's simple as well, nothing too complicated.
What have you got in your mix?
I've got swim stim ground bait with some black ground bait as well, along with some sweet corn, pellet, hemp seed, just to mix it up, gives little different particles in there, so the fish get used to feeding and a bit of feeding in there. Yeah, right. Is that a method you use a lot, or is that something you've specifically chosen for this event? I use it a lot. Because I like, it's easy for me. I'm used to it, so I thought I'd try it today.
Yeah. Well, considering how the rest of the lake's fishing, I mean, you've caught 2 carp already, which the rest of the lake's struggling. You've stormed into the lead. Yesterday, 1 carp would have got you through. Are you confident you could get through today?
Not overly confident, because anything can happen, anyone can catch, so not overly confident.
And look at the conditions. You've got a beautiful wind flying into your swim. I mean, were you happy when you ended up in this peg?
I'm very happy when I ended up this peg. Got the wind blowing towards me, hopefully bring the carp in. I like the room. I've got pretty much an M peg, so I've got plenty of room, so pretty pleased with this peg.
I'm glad you're thinking like a match angler today, aren't you? It's all going through your head. I mean, is this the first time you've entered the competition?
First time I've entered the competition.
Right, okay. And so what made you enter it this year?
Just the experience, really. I wasn't expecting to do very well. Thought I'd get a bit of an experience, try something different.
Right, and how long have you been carp fishing then?
Probably for about 3 years now.
Right, okay. And how old are you?
15.
15, right. So you've got it all to come. Well, very best of luck for the rest of the match. I pretty much fancy your chances, mate. 2 fish, I think you've got a very good chance of being in the final. So, well done, fella.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Right, next door to George Oakey is Sam, and Sam Woodcock, who I believe you fished here last year as well, mate, did you? Or in the Junior British?
Oh, yeah, that Forbley.
Right, okay, and how did you get on there, mate?
Qualified for the final, but didn't do too well.
Bad draw?
Yeah, bad draw.
Blame it on a bad draw, I always do, that's the key. Right, I know you've just lost one, mate, so I presume a little bit down in the dumps at the minute?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit down in the dumps, but it looks like you've got, well, it's a really nice looking swim, mate. The wind's coming into here. You've had a bite, no one else has, so I think, another bite, you've got a very good chance. Talk me through your mix. I believe you're fishing spod zoot?
Yeah, just spodding over zigs.
Right.
Bait, just got the spod zoot from the Bait and Feed Company.
Right. What's in there then? Just sort of bring us a handful so I can look at that goo. Yeah. Right,
got some sweet corn.
Yep.
Some hemp, some mixed particle, some crushed hemp in there.
Okay.
And just the juice which I cooked the hemp in.
Oh, right, lovely.
Make it, yeah. And a bit of condensed milk.
Okay, yeah, one of my favourite tricks with zigs, that is, mate, and also rice pudding, not a bad little tip.
Yeah.
So you've got the corn in there. I presume you're fishing something yellow over the top, are you?
A little bit of yellow foam.
Right, okay. And is that a method you've used a lot?
That's what I always use with my zigs.
Right, okay.
Foam, yeah.
Right, basically. Okay. And how come you chose to fish zigs today?
Just basically how I fished it before. It's what I've caught the most fish on.
Okay, and did you feel the conditions had anything to play, or?
I don't know, it's pretty tough with the wind, keeping the spod, but a bit of hard work, should be alright.
Yeah, keeping it going. And then talking about the amount of bait you're using, I mean, are you actually spodding over the top of the zigs regularly, or what sort of quantities?
Non-stop.
Non-stop.
Keep that cloud.
Right, okay, so when you say non-stop, you started at 9 o'clock today. What was it? Hook baits out first, or?
Oh, I put a few bottom baits, just a couple of bottom baits out, and then sorted my marker rod.
Right.
Clipped everything up, and then went straight onto the zigs.
Okay, and then what? Literally, you've been. I have watched you. I've been very impressed with your spotting. You've been just constantly putting that soup over the hook bait, yeah?
Basically, yeah.
Right. Have you got both on zigs or just the one?
I don't. I've only got one on zigs at the moment, but I think I'll switch it over after I had that take.
Right, okay, okay. Well, very best of luck, mate. I think I have a very strong feeling that one fish will get you through, so keep persevering.
Cheers.
One of the outside bets for this year's event has to be young Brad Day, a likeable character with a special ability to catch carp consistently from every venue that he fishes. Right, it's the calm after the storm, now that Brad's got his rods back out after nailing one. I'm going to pick his brains a little bit about the lead system he's using on his zig rig. So, talk me through it, Brad.
Basically, £50 shop leader with a lead clip system with a 3 ounce tournament casting lead.
Right.
also with an anti-tangle sleeve.
Okay, and what's the anti-tangle sleeve there for? I know it kind of says it on the lid, but
Stop it tangling, basically.
right. And with a Zig rig, do you think that's really critical to have that type of product there? Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
Right. Okay. Now, what does it do? Does it help to kick the hook link out? Or?
Kicks it out away from the chop leader or whatever you're using, like your main one.
Right. Okay. And do you when you're not casting your zigs, do you fish clipped up?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. And why do you do that?
Because it helps the hook bait fall over on itself, sort of like away from the lead.
Okay. Yeah. Gotcha. And then talk me through your hook bait and what you're presenting over the top of your spod mix.
Basically, just a yellow piece of foam.
Okay. Again, very common theme on this event at the moment.
Size 10 wide gate, just with a bit of silicone on the hook.
All right, that looks really lovely, neat and tidy. Let me have a little glance at that. Yeah, beautiful, very well presented, very well tied up, my friend. And why the yellow foam?
Don't know, it's just good colour.
It is one of them colours, isn't it?
Just a
Oxford colour.
Yeah.
Well, everywhere I go, people say yellow. They love yellow on here. So yeah, it seems to be perfect for a spod soup. And then you've got, what's the actual hook link material there? You've got 10 foot of a mono there. I take it.
£10 double strength.
Okay, is that the fly leader stuff? Is it?
This stuff, yeah.
Right. Okay, so you've got the £10 fly leader, which is I believe it's even smaller diameter than the normal stuff.
Yeah.
And why that type of material?
Basically, because it's a fly leader, it's obviously buoyant, and it's just much thinner than you would normally use to, like, say, the normal double strength. It's thinner, and just £10 just to keep it all invisible, basically.
Okay.
Try to.
Right, lovely. Well, hope you carry on doing the business, mate, and I will no doubt be speaking to you again at the weekend.
Right, wicked.
Cheers. Right, we're over with Brad Greening, and I was just coy and caught his rig. Now, I don't think this is what you caught the fish on, was it?
I had it on the Zig rig.
Did you? Like everyone else at the moment, catching on zigs.
Just spodding over him.
But I really like the way you set up your lead system, and it all looks very, very well done for such a young lad. How old are you?
14.
14. Very well presented. Just sort of talk me through the setup, mate, what you've got there and how you've set it up.
Right, I've got a Corda safety leg clip on, and then the tail rubber, just because it basically acts like silicone.
Yeah.
But silicone sometimes slides off, so I just use that.
Alright.
Then it's Corda hybrid soft, along with a Corda curve size 8, but I like a little bit of shrink to him, so I just think it gives a better hold in the mouth.
Right, okay, let's have a look at that.
10 mil boil and a bit of fake corn.
Very, yeah. I've seen this this sort of setup used by a certain Mr. Fairbrass a few times.
Yeah,
so
it is good.
yeah. And have you got you've not got a swivel in there, have you?
Pardon?
Have you got a swivel in there, or is that
It's tied. It's on a leg clip. I mean,
a quick link?
quick link. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So that's like semi-fixed. So that when they shake their head, does that come away or?
Yeah, well, the leg clip comes out.
Yeah.
Being it a safety rig.
Yep. Okay. So you've got that. That's for ease of use, quick to change in a match.
To change, yeah.
Right. Okay. No worries. So what do you do before you cast that out? Any other sort of little things,
just
little
pop a little
tricks?
stick on.
Right. Okay.
Or I'll just hook it on.
Cool. That's a bit pungent, isn't it? What have you got in there?
Hinder's cheesy tuna.
Right. Okay. Why that particular mix?
It stinks.
It stinks. Is that a good thing for you?
Well, not for me, but the carp love it. So
Right.
that's the
Okay.
attraction. I'll just cast it out.
So how come you've gone with you've caught on a zig, but you've also got a bottom bait out there? Is there anything that sort of made you think like that?
Well, quite the other people have been catching. They've had my bottoms,
Right.
so I'm going to leave one on the bottom. If it does no good, well, the zig rig does better. I'll just change over to a zig rig.
Right. Okay. Very good. So at the moment you're in a qualifying position. Do you fancy a chance of hanging on to it?
Yeah, I'd love to. Yeah.
Yeah. And if you were to make it to the final and got a good draw, what do you think your chances are?
I have no idea, because there's got other people like Rob Sutton and that, and they're very good.
They are good anglers, mate. But if you got a good draw, would you fancy your chances?
I'd like to, yeah.
Yeah. Good. Right. Go on then. Get this rod out. Expertly done by young Brad, and he's got a fish in the net, so we're going to have a look at that and let him get on with his fishing. Well, there's Brad's £10 10-ounce mirror carp, which has got him in the qualifying places. Beautiful fish, typical Brasenose 1 carp. Get it back and try to catch another one, fella. the heavens have opened and Josh Milner is into his second fish of the match. And looks, Josh, good fish, little fish? Little fish, he reckons. So very exciting. This should see him through to the final. So I presume he's very nervous, and he's also got a carbon rod in his hand in the middle of a thunderstorm. So it really has opened up. He's been working his absolute socks off all day. I've been watching him, really working hard, casting out, spotting constantly, really making it happen. And well, it's just calming down in time. So I'm going to try our very best to see if Josh gets this one in. There we go. It looks like Mr. Milner is through to the final. That's his second fish. A great result. Happy, Josh?
Yep.
Yeah. Superb.
Yeah.
Well, Josh Milner's storming performance meant it was raining carp for him as the match came to a close. Well, I can't help but smile. This is the most chaotic I've ever seen it. 2 spods, a carp and a rod, all attached. Young Josh Milner is into another one. It's his third one. Well done, son. It's in the net, which is a great result, because if you have a look at the carnage here, well, if you don't win the Junior British, mate, I think you've certainly won the award for the greatest tangle of all time. Looks like another good fish, and that's well and truly seen Josh through to the final. He has performed very well. He's right by the pressure bivvy here, right by HQ, and everyone's been watching him intently all day, and the guy's been working really well. It's on a bottom bait, that one as well, so not only catching on zigs, also catching off the bottom. So got 2 spots going, 2 different approaches, and that's great angling. So let's hope you take that through to the final, son. And take it to the final he did. Josh's hard work paying off late in the day. George Oakey continued his fine morning form to hang on to first place, but the story of the day has to be Jake Wildboar. With only a few seconds left and on a weight of 10 pounds, Jake received a bite as the hooter went and successfully netted the fish to enter the qualifying leaderboard. Is fate shining on this young man? After the break,